I'm not sure. I like this comment here though. Stop with the excuses. I mean, we're not really making up any excuses. We're just saying what we saw. I don't know what I'm not making up any excuses for losing that game. We got outplayed by Middle Tennessee. There's no other way of looking at that.
Oh my God, I hate that sentence was just spoken.
I know it was hard to come out. I'm gonna have to go brush my teeth now after this to get that out of my mouth. I need Will Smith to come slap me.
Well, I need a specific example of what an excuse is, because I haven't heard anybody make an excuse. I've heard people, like I said, say what they saw during the game and give their 2 cents on it. Try and find what little was good. Like I said, there was some good out of Frank Ladson. There was some good out of Keyshawn Smith with that 360 okey doke first down catch. I don't know what he was doing there, but okay.
Saying losing to Middle Tennessee State is a growing pain is making excuses. That's not an excuse.
No, what that is karma, and I specifically said that.
Yeah. No, I'm just repeating a comment that someone put here.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Yeah, listen, I'm just reading
an excuse would be, hey, Kirby Smart went 7-6 at Georgia his first year. Nick Saban lost to UL Monroe. That would be an excuse. We're not saying that. It's unacceptable. No matter what, it's unacceptable.
Right, we should have been able to go out there with we should have been able to go out there with our second string and win this game. But instead,
they absolutely should have.
But we didn't.
I think we've all been pretty clear on how much lack of effort there was on the players' part. And that's not on coaches. Only the players can control their effort.
Yeah, I don't really know. It seems like nobody's in sync out there, and that to me is somewhat of a coaching problem, though. Just not having and it's not really like a problem. Just something needs to be fixed. Something needs to. I'm not a football coach, so I'm not going to go out there and have any of the answers. But they got to get these people's heads together.
Well, and that's why I said what I did about all the vast majority of those offensive guys were all, except for the transfers, obviously. They were all in Rhett Lashley's system for 2 years. Well, now they're in a whole nother system, and Josh Gaddis does not run an offense like Rhett Lashley. He just doesn't. He's not, if he can help it, an air raid type of guy. I mean, he's been forced into that situation by lack of a run game and lack of production on the offensive line. But Josh Gaddis isn't a pass the ball 40, 50 times a game type of person. He's not a try and score in a minute and a half of game time type of offensive coordinator. It's not what he does.
Yeah, he runs kind of a pretty boring offense too.
He runs a balanced offense, and in a way it's smart too, because go back to when Stephen Morris was quarterback and Coley was the offensive coordinator. We were scoring quick, yes, and then putting a defense right back out on the field. So it's a way of saving your own defense and wearing out the opposing defense, which in general I don't have a problem with. You can point out dozens of examples of times when offensive coordinators refused to slow down the tempo of the game, and it cost them. So there definitely is a time and a place for it, and there's definitely a time and a place to speed up the game, and I don't think he does that either. Now, look, and that I do think is a problem.
I think there's a sweet spot with tempo where at the beginning of last year, Rhett Lashley, he was just going too fast in the beginning of the year. He definitely fixed it near the end because, we were putting up points and having great offensive performances. But in the beginning of the year, we were just going way too fast. We weren't set, and we were making a lot of mistakes. And there's times this year where it just seems like we're going too slow, and TVD works best at that tempo. He works best at tempo. So we need to find that sweet spot in the middle.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would
Hey,
definitely
guys,
agree with that.
give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah. Directly to your point a few minutes ago of Van Dijk seeming uncomfortable, that very well may be it, is finding that sweet spot with tempo where he can be a little bit more comfortable in the offense.
Yeah, because if you're going too fast and you're scoring touchdowns in under 2 minutes, under a minute, under 3 minutes, your defense is going to be tired and you're going to get caught in a shootout. That's just how it's going to go. But with TVD, it seems like if you go too slow, he's just not comfortable with that. He likes to go a little bit fast and just get on the line, make the play, get on the line, make the play. That's where he seems comfortable. And the problem that I'm seeing is a lot of times we're running plays that doesn't cater to the talent that we have. It
really seems that way. And Josh Gaddis came in with a reputation of molding his offense to fit what he had, because that's what he did at Michigan. They didn't really have a very capable quarterback, but he definitely had mobility and was able to take off down the field, and they had an excellent run game. And he was able to mold his offense around that. So, I mean, maybe it's just going to take some time to iron things out.
I mean, yeah, and also, like, there's a good point in the chat. These are still Manny's players.
They are.
These are the same players that would come out last year for a game like this and just come out flat. Like Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is awful. They're awful, and they put up 30 on us last year. 30. We came out flat against FSU, against North Carolina. So yeah, it's going to take time. And again, that's not an excuse. It's not. I'm not making excuses for this loss because, trust me, I was there. I saw it. There's no excuse for this. We just played terrible and we didn't show up to play. But then the same could be true that these are Manny's guys that didn't get up for this game, and they've shown a trend in the past that they don't get up for games. I'm sorry, that's just the facts.
Yeah, there's not really any I mean, I have no excuse to say for it. Like I said, we just got outplayed. We got outcoached. We got outplayed. Everything. I like Chris Black here. He's bring back the turnover chain.
Oh, that's not going to do anything, man.
I think he's joking. He's making a joke, I'm sure.
No, I think someone on like the ACC network or something said like that, something like that, or something on Twitter, like, bring out the turnover chain. These guys don't have any momentum. The turnover chain didn't do anything for us last year. What momentum did we ever gain out of the chain?
Yeah, the turnover chain actually worked against what like every year we progressively got less turnovers. Every year we had
it's like 2017, it's like we had like 30, 31 turnovers. Like it was a big momentum thing. And then like 2018, it was like 27 turnovers. Still like a really good number, but then it was just until 11 like turnovers. We had 11 last year. 11 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, you're just not going to have 25, 30 turnovers every year. That's just not going to happen.
No, yeah, that's an anomaly. It really is.
I love reading through the comments, so because like everybody has, and I'm not pointing fingers or making fun of anybody, but everybody has like a different reason. I just go out there. It's not, like this person blame. Everybody's like all over the place, and that's emotions. That's everybody's emotions coming out. We just got. I'm not going to say it again because it was too painful to say the first time, but that game didn't turn out the way anybody expected, and that's very unfortunate. So everybody's up in their emotions right now. But, in the end, we all got to look at it, and we all are Miami Hurricanes and take the good with the bad. Unfortunately, the bad's all we get lately, but.
and that's another reason I'm not in favor of changing everything. I mean, perfect example, Bryce Young, Heisman Trophy winner, has come out in games this year and look like doo-doo, and not a single thought has been popped into anybody's head about sticking Bryce Young on the bench. People have bad games. Is this an inopportune time for it? Absolutely. Do I think there's more than one factor to it? Yeah, absolutely.